What is up, winning team? You should unsubscribe. Here's the thing, yeah. I'm about to get to the point, and I've finally hit this point that I was scared to get to, but we're here now. Like, I've been here for, I don't know, a couple of weeks, couple of months maybe, and I've just been trying to deny the fact that I physically have had enough. And I've got to the point where I did the feelings thing. It was cute. I wrote a couple of songs. I had a few crying here and there. What did we achieve? What did we achieve? We were achieving nothing. And I'm so sick and tired of my existence. I'm so sick and tired of being a slave to my own flesh, having to live amongst others just as slaves and letting the kingdom of darkness win. So here's the thing, guys. I love you guys with all my heart. That's why you're the only people I'm actually going to say something in the nicest way I can, because I don't have the energy to be nice anymore. I don't have the energy to be comfortable to be around. Responsible, mature adult. I don't have the energy anymore. I'm sick and tired, and I've had enough. Because you know why? I would do all those things if it was going to lead to some actual progress. If we're going to arrive at progression, if we're going to thrive, if we were going to do something good with it. But we're not. Let's be honest. No, we're not. Like, all this stuff happening here, I knew that I would not react well initially when things started to happen with the likes of the Epsteins and the Diddys, because I knew everyone's going to make a big story. Everyone's going to have oh my gosh, we're so surprised. Oh, we should have seen it all along. Kanye West isn't that crazy after all. You're freaking idiots. You're idiots. You're idiots. Like, I just can't believe it. Like, I'm an idiot myself, and I just can't believe that this world is that stupid. And I had to be born into such a stupid world. Like, I had to be born to such brain dead behavior. What do you mean you're surprised? Have you met yourself? You're a human. We do evil. We always choose evil ourselves. Like, I just can't cope with being here anymore. And I've lost it. And like now, my feelings, they're gone. I don't feel anything. I don't feel love. I just feel an intense amount of irritation, right? With the fact that I'm a human. Not even with others, with myself. Because it's like, no matter how hard I try, my best efforts, I will always choose evil. I will still always make a mistake. No matter how hard I work, like even in my own relationship with God, right? It's not perfect. I don't always know what he's telling me to do. Right now, I have no idea what he's asking me to do. I don't have the energy to spend 8 hours a day praying and sitting in his presence to know what the hell I'm supposed to do next. And then I go off and make my own stupid decisions. And that's why the reason I'm bringing up myself, because I was critiqued for doing that before, is because I'm not sitting on my high horse of self-righteousness talking to you guys as if I'm not also the problem. Like, I have to share with you guys my own issues to let you know, no, I'm not one of those people that's like, guys, we're better than others and we don't do this and we don't do that because we're better. And like, look at those idiots over there. The hell no. We're all idiots. Me too. So I share my stories, guys, not because I freaking care so much about myself. In fact, caring about myself is what got me here. When I hated myself, I was a winner. I was so driven. As soon as I started to think that my feelings actually might matter, that's how we got here. That's how we got here. When I decided like 2 years ago, maybe my feelings matter. Maybe I matter. Feelings and emotions are such a problem. Like, so as soon as I did that, yeah, now I'm here. Now I'm here, losing my head, losing my mind. I'm going somewhere, can you believe? I don't care anymore, I don't care. I sent a very erratic message to the individual in question yesterday or today. I don't care, like everything could... I don't care, guys. My feelings have left the building. My feelings have left the building. Like, I don't care now. This planet sucks. We protect these degenerate these false imposter, like so-called church leaders, right? We worship, we support, we spend money on products from these freaking psychopathic, pedophilic billionaires. And then we want to call ourselves good people at the end of the day. And then you want to call yourself a good person. And then you want to say, oh, tomorrow's going to be a better day. There's other good people in the world. Really? Because these people wouldn't be getting away with it if so many people weren't just turning a blind eye. And I'll tell you something. Here's my thing. I think you're just as guilty for turning the blind eye than as the perpetrator. You're just as guilty because you're creating the environment in which they can get away with it. You are. You. Because if they knew they couldn't do it, they wouldn't. Do you think if any of these people knew that, like, oh, if I do this, my whole team's gonna quit because they refuse to work for a predator? Do you think they would do it? Guys, I've quit jobs. I've quit so many things. I've been thinking, right? I've quit so many things as a result of understanding the industry. When I auditioned for a professional dance company, right? I was all scared and nervous like any other idiot, right? Oh my gosh, I hope I make a good impression. I hope I get in. And I only went because my housemate, she was the one who wanted to audition. And she was like, hey, you should just do it. Like, worst case scenario, it's a good experience. And I was like, true. I've never auditioned for a professional dance company before. I auditioned. And the guy teaching my audition is tall, slender, like he's proper like dance, like what you expect of a classic commercial dancer. Like commercial dancers, like the ones who dance on stage, on tours, with like your Dua Lipas and your Little Mixes, which is who he was dancing for. So he was like, oh, just come off tour with Little Mix. Another time I was thinking, that's so freaking cool. Fast forward, now I'm here realizing that Jessie Nelson, who was always my favorite, who I also watched as a child on X Factor, another exploitative freaking program that was created because the Spice Girls woke up and realized they don't have to do anything. They haven't signed contractually. So now they just get you to sign the contract before they've done anything and get you into an artist development program, which they call X Factor, Pop Idol, all these things, right? Poor old Jessie Nelson, yeah? And she was my favorite. I actually remember her audition. She might even be the only X Factor audition I actually remember, like, properly. Her and probably Susan Boyle. And now fast forward, she is struggling. She's got twin baby girls, beautiful, going through hell medically. Her and Zion are not even together, which I found out courtesy of one of you guys who keeps me in the loop. They're not even together, right? But they're still both, being so mature in their families. She's literally living my worst dream. Jessie Nelson from Little Mix. The same thing that was like, oh my gosh, it's so much fun. Oh, I guess guy's teaching my choreography. He was in Little Mix. A freaking idiot. I hate it. And I've had enough. And I fear that the Lord is turning me into a revolutionary, because that's the only thing I want to hear. The only word I want to hear is revolution. Revolution. I don't want to hear nothing about going on to the courts, to the government. I don't want to hear nothing about nothing else other than revolution. That's the only word I want to hear. Revolution. I want to be on the streets with everybody, and I want us to take everything down. I don't mean by violence. I don't mean by killing people. I mean the system itself. And if I'm not hearing revolution, I don't care. I don't care to be in love. I don't care to have relationships. I don't care for nothing. I don't care to be rich. I don't care to be famous. I don't care. All I care for is a revolution. And that's what I got to say. I got to go. Oh my gosh, I've got so much on my chest and I just can't freaking stand having to exist as a human in such a stupid world. And I had to be born. I could have been a miscarriage. I've had a miscarriage. I could have died in the womb. I could have been the sperm that lost, but I had to be born into this hellscape. Into this freaking hellscape. And look at everyone playing their part as slaves all around me constantly as I'm walking through the streets of Britain. Britain, the so-called freaking colonizers, right? Powerful colonization, Commonwealth. You're not powerful here, bro. The only power this country has is in everybody's head. They're not really powerful. Not anymore. What are they going to do? If a world war breaks out, yeah, guys, the only thing these guys have is weapons. That's the only thing they have. So, yeah, I've had enough. I'm not pretending anymore, and I'm not holding back. The only word I want to hear is revolution. And if God isn't saying the word revolution, and if I'm not hearing the word revolution from others, don't talk to me. I don't care about what you have to say about, Jeffrey Epstein, Donald Trump is doing this, Xi Jinping, Vladimir Putin. I don't care. Do you know what? I don't care, because it's all just smoke and mirrors, and it's all just fake. Give me something real, and then I'll be like, okay. Until then, I want to be left alone. I don't want to have to say a single word to any single human being who's not talking to me about revolution. And that's all I have to say, guys. Like I said, unsubscribe. Go away. I know you're not going to like it here. I was trying to be too harsh. Yeah. Angry black woman. I don't really give a crap. I'd rather die an angry black woman and have actually fought and tried my best for my morals and values than die a loser who just made everybody feel comfortable and didn't achieve nothing. So, yeah, I can make a video like this and upload it and get to heaven and die even in this moment. And I can be proud when I get to heaven and I have to face all those who came before us. You know what I can't do? Do the same and having not done it and just be like, oh my gosh, well, guess what? I built a family and I had a great career. What a waste of time. What a waste of time. What a waste when the world is going downhill. And it's not because the world is just like, the law of entropy, I feel like, is almost like, it is the law of the universe. But I also feel like it's like a law of humans, more than it even is the law of entropy, in the sense that when imperfect beings, whether angelic or human, so that goes all the way from Satan all the way up to us, right, all the way from Lucifer to us, are just left to their own devices, we will always choose destruction. Ultimately, like our net decisions will always be negative. I think we are the creators of entropy. We created this. So that's why we live under these circumstances, because we create them. We ourselves, not oh, the devil did this. No, the devil, all the devil does is he just helps us to guide us to the worst parts of ourselves. He's not that powerful if he doesn't have to be. You know what I'm saying? This is like why I'm making a video like this. I can hear all the words of the devil and the demons. Oh, yeah, people are going to say this about you. And you, what about you? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, fair enough. You can push me into a certain corner. You can push me down a certain line. You can remind me of my past weaknesses. You can remind me of my current weaknesses. You can do everything you can. But at the end of the day, I have free will. And so am I going to choose to give up because I'm consumed by my humanism? Because I'm consumed by being a human, right? I'm consumed with the fact that no matter how hard I try, it's never good enough, right? Or am I just going to keep going and choose faith, where I say, you know what, I might not care to breathe for another second, and I might not want to live for another day. But what I will do is, hey, if I can breathe for another second and I can live for another day, what I'm going to do with that extra second and that extra day is I'm going to wait for God and give him a chance, because he's the only person I'm waiting on. And like, it will be the worst heartbreak I've ever experienced in my life, I can't lie, if nothing happens eventually, because I've literally put all my chips, all my faith, all my everything in him. And so, yeah, I've set myself up for the worst heartbreak of all time. As if I've not been heartbroken by everybody I've ever trusted already. But I'm willing to do it because I trust in God and I trust what he says. He's not a man that he shall lie. His promises are yes and amen. He'll do exceedingly and abundantly above anything I can ask or think. And to trust in the Lord with all my God. I'll trust in the Lord my God with all my heart and lean not on my own understanding. In all my ways acknowledge him and he will make straight my path. I trust in him for that. So whatever it takes, I will continue to hold on to my faith and I won't give up on God. That's the simple facts of it all. And on that note, I got to go, unfortunately. It's cold, but I'm obviously sweating because my brain, this is why I'm always too hot, guys, because there's too much happening in my mind and my body. I can't physically get cold enough. I should be like, I've got my arms out. I'm like, who does this? Who has their arms and legs? Who's in a t-shirt and shorts in the freaking this? And I'm looking at people around here wearing like 5,000 jackets, hats, scarves, you name it. Anyway, I got somewhere to go. I got a meeting, believe it or not, with a double espresso already on my name. So I'm heading out. If life's a game, I just got to this stage, guys, mentally, like, I now know that I got here. I felt I was getting here. And it was like, it was a sink or swim. I was either going to just like instantaneously combust into nothingness and die, or I was just going to lock in and become like the ultimate fighter, because now I don't care. I've got nothing to lose. I've got nobody that I trust. And I actually don't love or care for anything. So I'm actually the best weapon that God could possibly use at this moment, because I'm the only person who has nothing you can hold against me to try and like convince me like, oh, you're going to lose this. Yeah, people are going to get lost along the battle. That's part of battle. That's part of winning. That's a part of war. Unfortunately, good people have to die. And guess what? I don't see death as a bad thing. I see it as you're better off being dead. So anyways, I'm going to go. I've gone a full psycho mode and I'm not mad about it. If I just came to say something, I love you guys. You guys, believe it or not, you guys are the only amount of feelings I have left is towards you beautiful people. God bless you all. God loves you. I love you. I'll see you in my next one.